Good morning. My name's John Coleman. I'm the Executive Director of the Bay Planning Coalition, and this is our second Energy and Water Nexus Summit. A year ago we did one in Oakland. It was extremely successful. A lot of questions were asked, a lot of follow-up questions were asked, and we're going to try and deal with some of those today. First of all, I want to do a brief introduction. Who is Bay Planning Coalition? Bay Planning Coalition, our goal is to make sure that we have economic harmony and economic and environmental harmony here in the Bay. We want to protect our resources. We live here for a reason. We like to look out on the Bay. We may never touch the water, but we know it's there. We want to make sure that the resources of the Bay are protected. At the same time, we want to protect the economic activity of the San Francisco Bay Area. And often when we refer to the Bay, we talk about the 9 Bay Area counties, but it's really more than that. When you look at the economic activity of Northern California, throwing in the 9 Bay Area counties, and the county of Sacramento, the regions of Sacramento and San Joaquin, from a GDP standpoint, we're ranked 17th in the world. We're an economic powerhouse, and much of that is due to what is produced or grown here in Northern California and moved by ships, planes, trains, and trucks on our infrastructure, our highways, whether they be water, air, or rail. So what we're trying to do here at the BPC is make sure that people have a clear understanding that energy and water are critical to the economic stability and survival of our area, and at the same time while working to protect those as a resource. So today's topics, we're going to be covering energy and water development. We're going to be talking about the proposed state water bond, which the state legislature is in their last day of session today, and we'll see whether or not they're going to deal with it today between now and 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, or whether they'll kick it and punt it to next January when they begin their session again. We're also going to be talking about energy and water development, how it relates to the agricultural industry. What's sort of interesting is a lot of people here, particularly in the Bay Area, when they think of food, they can go to Whole Foods, they can go to Safeway or to the local market, but they don't think about where it came from. We produce agriculturally the commodities that feed not only the country, but much of the world. 40% of what is exported from the Port of Oakland is food that is grown here in California. That is over 10,000 jobs that are related here in the Bay Area directly to what is happening in the Central Valley. And a lot of people don't realize that, and we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about desalinization. It's somewhat controversial in some areas, although yesterday the state Supreme Court rejected a challenge with Marin Municipal Water District's project to move forward on their desalinization plant that would provide up to 5 million gallons of water a day. So it's a very timely subject. We also have some of our speakers include Harlem Kelly, the general manager at SFPUC. Anybody who's related or knows about the San Francisco Public Utility Commission and has talked about the rimfire, energy and water are very related in terms of what was happening or is happening up in the Sierra Nevadas. We're very fortunate to have Felicia Marcus, who is the chair of the State Water Board, who is well respected, and her role as running the State Water Board and brings a wealth of knowledge from the environmental community, as well as trying to find a balance with the business interests here in California in order to make sure that we do have a strong economy. And then we have Meredith Youngheim from the California Public Utility Commission, who will be talking about a recent study that they just concluded on energy and water.